Hi guys, I haven't posted a video in a really long time because I have been suffering so much with my skin. But I wanted to talk today about the sun and whether or not it is, good for people going through topical steroid withdrawal. So I'm going on holiday in about 3 days. I'm going to go to the Maldives, which is very, very hot. I'm going to spend some time in the sun, sunbathing, and I'm going to see the effect it has on my skin. You're probably looking at me right now and thinking, okay, well, there's nothing really wrong with her skin. I do have a filter on right now. Also, just so you know, I'm about 5 years, maybe even over 5 years, going through topical steroid withdrawal. I was healed after maybe around 2 years, and then I had my COVID jab, and sadly that pushed me back into topical steroid withdrawal, and sadly I have been suffering since. A lot of foods give me hives and they trigger me. My skin is still very dry, it's very red, and I still peel. I am doing moisture withdrawal, or I try to do it as much as possible. But I see a lot of people saying, can I go in the sun with my skin? Is it safe? To that question, what I would say to you is, how far along are you on your journey? I personally didn't go in the sun for the first year because my skin was too sensitive. I was still oozing. I could tell my skin wasn't going to be able to handle the sun. And then in the summer, slowly every day, I'd probably spend about an hour in the sun until, things got a bit better. But now I think my skin is stronger. It can probably handle a lot more sun. So I'm going to see, how I fare on holiday. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it will heal me. I also have Indian skin, so I can stand a lot of sun. And even in the UK, during the summer, the sun just sometimes isn't strong enough. So I'm going to see what happens when I have a really high dose of vitamin D. Also, going in the sun obviously is really dangerous. You don't want to get cancer, so make sure you're using a good sun cream. I am affected from around here upwards. My TSW on my lower half of my body has now completely all healed, fingers crossed. Come with me on my holiday. So about to board the flight to the Maldives. It's around 10 hours, I think, the entire flight time. I'm feeling kind of anxious and a little bit nervous simply because I haven't been on a flight in so long. But we'll see what happens. At least I'm getting on the plane, so that's all positive. So I'm on the plane and there's about 4 filters as well on my face, so it's not good. Hi guys, so I've arrived in the Maldives. I'll show you the view. Pretty nice. Really hot. It's around 30 degrees and the sun is out currently. The plane journey over was really tough on my skin. It was so dry. The flight was around 10 hours and I didn't want to moisturize on the flight. I thought, it's a night flight anyway, it's dark, no one can really see me, so I'm just going to leave my skin alone, and I just let it peel, and it was horrible. And then when I got to the hotel, I was quite agitated, and it was a while before I could sleep. Probably been up maybe like 2 days straight at this point, and I just ended up having a massive itch attack. But the really weird thing was, within hours of when I landed, the humidity here is so high. I think it's like 70-80%. When I got off the plane, I wasn't flaking as much, and now it's been about, I think it's been 24 hours at least. My skin just isn't flaking at all, and I did have another itch attack actually just slightly earlier, but my skin seems to be holding up really well. I don't know why. I think it is just literally the humidity. I haven't even been in the sun very long, but I'm going to try and spend some more time in the sun today and see the effect it has on my skin. I also have some hives. You can't really see them again on camera. I don't know why, but they were on my skin before I left the UK, so I think my body's just dealing with that. I could take some antihistamines, but I'm just going to see if my body can deal with it naturally. I'm going to get some sun today. I'm going to go in the sea and I'm going to see the effect it has, but already my skin is doing better. Hi guys, so I'm about 6 days now into my holiday. I've only got a few days left. I've been struggling a lot with the skin on my face. I actually ended up getting burnt yesterday on the back of my leg, or I thought I got burnt. But actually today it's actually fine. I'm not even entirely sure I got burnt, but it started to sting when I was in the sun for about, maybe a couple of hours. I got a little bit burnt on my nose, and even though I've been putting sun cream on every day, it's still peeling lots, but I've kind of left it alone. And the good thing about the fact that my skin is peeling is everyone just tends to think it's sunburn.
But I'm peeling all over here, and on my forehead too, which I don't think you can tell. God, it's bright. Again, I've got a filter on, so I'll attach some pictures of what it actually looks like. But it's just, in general, I feel so much better being in a humid environment. But it's just so nice because sometimes I will have flaky skin, but I'll come out, and because it's so humid, I don't have to moisturise because it will just eventually just, disappear on its own. I have been in the sun, I have tanned, but where I have my eczema and my TSW, those patches are still like a different colour. But other than that, I haven't been clawing at my face a lot, which is good because I think it's given it some time to rest and heal. I think if I had another week here, I could really see some progress. But unfortunately, tomorrow's my last day. So yeah. And I'd like to fly back to the UK. I'm feeling a little bit here and a little bit here, but I think that might just be sunburn. But overall, I'm just really happy with the quality of my skin, and I'm going to be so sad for it to go back to normal.